Madden NFL 22 marks the first time EA has built a new game with the new generation of consoles in mind. But while it makes plenty of the typical kind of minor improvements with new Homefield advantage mechanics and enhancements to franchise mode, Madden's familiar problems continue to be very much in play. Madden NFL 22 once again takes the same slow and steady approach that has characterized the progress of this franchise for much of the past decade. Visually, it does not appear to be a large step up from the PS4 and Xbox One version of Madden 21, though it is noticeably smoother in performance mode, which can go up to 120Hz on Xbox Series X. And after the first few hours, the immediate reaction was to say, yep, it's definitely Madden. This is to say that the odd glitches, clunky interface, and slightly robotic animation remain very apparent. This has been the Madden experience in a nutshell for many years now. It continues to be a grab bag of experiences and ideas, some of them decent, many of them undermined by poor execution and a lack of polish. It's hard to pick any one area where this year's version truly excels. Almost every one of its best features is done better by other sports games like NBA 2K or MLB The Show. Madden NFL 22's home field advantage mechanics are its most notable new feature, impacting virtually every one of its modes in one way or another. It seeks to shake up Madden's in-game atmosphere, which has been lackluster for years. It's all fine in theory, but the momentum doesn't quite ring true. It's clear that there's still some tinkering to be done with the balance of the M factors, and the development team seems to know it too, since only a handful of them are available in Madden Ultimate Team because of balance issues, and none of them are available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or PC, which still don't have last year's animation system update. The new presentation is also, frankly, not good. Putting aside that it looks nothing like an actual TV broadcast, it tinges most of the graphics in a sickly shade of green, which proves very off-putting. Madden had the right idea in updating last year's stale look, but this year's improvements largely missed the mark. But hey, at least it has the proper version of the Skull Vikings song now. Face of the franchise returns for its third year, and it's inarguably the symbol of everything that ails the series. Ostensibly Madden's flagship story mode, Face of the franchise is short, pointless, and ugly. It takes a good idea, which is to let us live out our dream of getting drafted into the NFL and playing out a career, and utterly fails to execute on it. Once again, our custom character is cast as a young star on the rise, with a story built around a series of challenges en route to the NFL draft. College football games return in a neat bit of set dressing, but are hardly integrated into the overall story and are quickly forgotten. The handful of choices you make, whether to attend a Nike event or take the team out to dinner, for example, are almost all strictly mechanical means of boosting your stats or earning more currency for purchasing in-game items. The impact of the story choices you do get to make, such as when you talk to scouts before the draft, are hazy at best. And when the second season of your NFL career eventually rolls around, your character is still referred to as a rookie, as if Roger Goodell hit some cosmic reset button. This is Face of the franchise's third year, and it's hard to get a read on EA's intentions for the mode. Is it a story-driven wish fulfillment? A glorified tutorial? All of the above? It's probably the last option, which is why it feels so messy and unfocused. As with everything else in Madden, an extra layer of polish would do Face of the franchise a world of good. It could use a character progression system that isn't needlessly obscured, a better sense of how rewards can be spent across the various modes, and a finale that doesn't consist of a handful of NFL players offering congratulations in hastily recorded cell phone videos.
You stay locked in, and you continue to give L's to everybody that comes in your way. Salute to you, man. See you soon, champ.
Most Madden fans will tell you that franchise mode has been disappointing over the past decade or so, with EA only relenting and committing to substantial updates to the modes after heavy backlash on social media. This is the first year we get to see the fruits of EA's labor, and the results are decent, if a bit mixed. Playing as the Buffalo Bills, I was pleased to see a cutscene of the media questioning my coach about Josh Allen's performance. Such story moments have been sorely lacking from Madden's franchise mode over the years, and they go a long way towards imbuing each season with a sense of narrative. Still, Madden's franchise mode has a long way to go before it catches up with the competition. Its version of the salary cap bears little resemblance to the real-life NFL, with no ability to restructure contracts or convert money into bonuses. Special teams are an afterthought, which is a shame given that undrafted players who eventually develop into stars, such as Vikings receiver Adam Thielen, frequently come from the ranks of special teamers. And even the meaningful additions, like the ability to hire and fire coordinators who confer buffs to different parts of your team, have a brutalist feel to them thanks to the ramshackle nature of the interface. Madden NFL 22 is a grab bag of decent, if frequently underwhelming, ideas hurt by poor execution. Face of the franchise is a mess. Homefield Advantage is a solid addition, but it doesn't quite capture true momentum swings. It's smoother and marginally more refined than last year's game, but in so many ways it's the same old Madden. In short, if you're hoping for a massive leap forward for the series on a new generation of consoles, you're apt to be disappointed. For more sports games, check out our reviews of F1 2021 and MLB The Show 21. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Detroit. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead.